Hello my friends, it's Dino in the Handyman Zone. We had a call today of a slow sink. It's a double sink, it's a commercial sink, but some of the stuff is, transferable to residential sinks. The first thing we checked is one side of this sink has a pop-up which goes with this, which pops up this drain. So the first thing we wanted to do is take that out, and the way we take that out is unscrew this lock nut here with something like a channel lock or a monkey wrench. And then we want to take the pop-up out, and we want to make sure there's no like tea bags or sugar bags or anything like that. We want to inspect down there, and it looks pretty good. The second thing we want to do is take out, oh, and let me just tell you that that sometimes they got a little chrome cover like this. So then we go to the other side, which had a little chrome cover, which usually you just take out with your finger or a butter knife or something. And you want to take a look in there and make sure there's no sugar packages or tea bags or anything like that. And we can see down there that it's pretty clear. So then what we did is we always do the easiest thing first. So we took a wet rag and we jammed it in there. And we held it with one hand really good. And we put about 2 inches of water in the other sink. And we plunged and plunged it really vigorously, really good. And that's why you see all that debris came up. But it didn't help. So we know the clog is further down the line. Now, how I could tell the clog is further down the line, I'm going to show you right now. And the first thing I did was put this pop-up handle back in because I don't want water pouring out of there. This is what they call a clean out. Plumbers put this in so that in the future, should you have to clean something out, you would be able to have access to the pipe. So this we loosened up with a bigger channel lock. Again, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So counterclockwise loose. So you got the clean out. And if I can show you where there's the flashlight. Okay, so it looks pretty skunky down there. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the water up here to show you how long it takes to show there. And you'll start to see the water running down in there, okay? But it doesn't overflow yet, because the clog is pretty much down there. I would say it's like 8 to 10 feet down the pipe, probably where it takes a bend. So as soon as it starts pouring out, I'm going to shut it off, because it will overflow. But as you can see, it's taking a lot of water. The clog is not like close to where we are working now. It's starting to fill up. Here it comes. It's starting to overflow. All right, you see it's starting to overflow. All right, there it comes. So we know the clog is down there. Now we can watch it go. It will go down slowly. It's not completely clogged. So we know the clog is down there. So we have two choices. We have one choice. We can snake it. We have two choices for snakes. One is a handheld snake, but because the clog is way down the pipe, that's going to be a real pain in the ass. Number one, it's got a smaller auger on it. And number two, you got to keep twisting it to feed it in there. Although there are ways without twisting it to feed it in there. Second option is a power snake. It has a little bit of a bigger auger. It's easier to feed. We're going to use the power snake. We're going to stick it right in the clean out. Might be tempted to use rubber gloves, because that is pretty smutsy stuff in there. Look at this stuff. I get a little for you. It's pretty smutsy stuff. But I will tell you that the latex gloves, although they'll keep your hands clean, when you're using the power snake, they will get caught either on this or on that, and before you know it, because when you, let me see if I can show you, when you activate the power snake, the drum turns. And I'm just doing it slow, it actually turns fast. There's not enough reaction time when your latex glove gets caught in the auger. There's not enough reaction time for your other hand to stop. And even if there was, the momentum keeps it going. The latex glove gets caught, and it can twist your hand around and actually break your hand, break your fingers off, cause big trouble. I learned my lesson. I never use latex gloves. I would rather get my hands dirty and clean up later. Everybody's always texting. When you pull this out, okay, so when you pull this out, you're able to, here's my triangle, you're able to feed your cable. When you push it in, it locks the cable so the drum can turn it and get your clog out. If you don't do it right, in other words, if you leave it unlocked and do this, you'll twist all your cable up inside the drum. You'll have to take it apart, straighten it out. It's a big pain in the ass. So remember, in locks for turning, and out is for feeding. Okay, so I'm going to hand feed this in there until I run into some sort of obstruction, which would be a bend in the pipe, a turn, a U, or something like that. Or even a clog itself, it's like a hairball or something. Now this one, I probably got about 5 or 6 feet in, no problems yet. I'm still going, and I'm feeling a little mushy stuff. That's probably the clog. I'm still pushing in there. And then, if and when I do reach a spot, won't go in further like there. What I'm gonna do is choke up on my machine a little by pushing it back. I don't know if I can show you, by pushing it back in the machine until I got about 6 inches showing. Then I'm gonna lock that hub like I showed you, and making sure the machine is forward, I'm gonna work through that obstruction. Unlock it. Give myself another 6 inches, lock it, work my way through whatever it is, bend, obstruction, whatever, until I'm able to, by hand, continue to push it through. Locking it. Now, if you have too much of this exposed, it's going to twist up. Don't go too fast, because if it twists like 5 or 6 times, you're going to have big trouble. It's going to like bend this thing, and you're going to have big trouble. So you want to keep this short so that it doesn't twist. Okay. Now I'm able to push more in by hand. Another obstruction. I'm going to choke up on a little. Put it in there. Uh-oh. Okay, it's still feeding by hand. You never know how many turns and twists these pipes take. But if you can feed it by hand, it saves a lot of time. Okay, I'm locking it, and I'm feeding. Now, I can kind of tell I'm getting close to the end of my cable because my machine is getting light, and I've kind of realized that I'm getting down to the end. So, let's try to get that last little bit in there. See if I have any left. Needs a little power speed. Okay, there we go. See if we can get it in there. Okay, I'm at the end of the cable. You see the cable? The cable came out of the machine. It's no biggie. I'm going to stick it right back in there. And if you notice, I can actually pull this out a little bit. And I'm going to stick it back in there. Because when it's in there, it curls around this drum. And I want to get like a half a curl around the drum. If I can. Now if I wanted to, and I want to be really tricky, at this point I could run the water and see what happens. You guys want to do that? Let's turn this thing on. We have to get out of there. So let's keep working on this and see what we pull out of that drain. Let's get you guys back in the good. It's got the big 4-inch auger blade on it. And that thing, I think, is 75 feet of half-inch cable, where this is 3/8 cable. Okay, so now I'm just like backing out, and I'm storing it in the drum. We're going to see what comes out of this thing. Okay, that looks pretty clean. I wonder what's going on in there. Let's run the water again and see what happens. It's backing up again. Well, let's try one more time with this machine. I'll give you guys like a wide angle shot. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Alright, we're going to try one more time. Pull the way in. See if we can catch it. Probably a big load of grease. And a lot of times what happens, and I'm going to show you. And here's some grease that came out. But let's say it's a big chunk of grease like this in the drain, and you got like a 2 or 3 inch drain pipe, and it's full of this grease, maybe 5 inches thick, filling up the drain. This auger comes and punches a hole in the grease, but then when you pull the auger out, the grease closes back up again, effectively like doing nothing. So sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times and loosen up the grease. At least that's my theory. But anyway, look, as long as I got you, share this video, because it really helps me with this YouTube thing. Like it, use the comment box below, because that's what it's there for. And sub to my Handyman channel zone, because that really helps me out with this YouTube gig I got. You guys know I'm a full YouTube partner. And the only reason I'm a full YouTube partner is because YouTube realized years ago that TV is on its way out. And the future generation is going to YouTube for everything. And they want people to be able, like, if you got to change a light bulb, go to YouTube. If you have trouble with your computer, go to YouTube. If you want to cook something, go to YouTube. And you learn about things. So I'm the handyman going into the future for YouTube. They know this. They made me a full partner. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so we're stuck at a point. Work it in there. Okay. More feeding in. Uh-oh, we're at the end. So I'm going to stick this back in. Bring it about half a turn back in, and then lock it. Okay. And then lock it. Now I'm going to work it. Okay, now I'm pull out about 3 or 4 feet and work it again. Okay, same thing. Pull it out 3 or 4 feet. And work it again. myself. Now, those twists are dangerous. Because that twist came about this far and twisted around 5 or 6 times. If my hand was free, or if my face was close to that, or if I had some loose clothing on, easily could have got caught. And the reaction time or the panic of not letting go of the power button, it could have like strangled me. Easily. So be careful when you get to the point where it can twist, and you don't want to leave too much free. Don't leave too much free where it can catch on something and hurt you or someone you work with. I can tell I only got about 5 or 6 feet left of the tube. So let's do one. Okay, now, I like to keep my auger clean so each time I use it I can tell what new stuff I get up. Just this little piece of string came up, although the rest could have went down the drain. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we can stow this, lock it. Pipe is still plugged. It might be just beyond the reach of this. Still in, that's all good. But if it backs up, it's trouble. Looking good, but we don't know yet. Don't know yet. But this is about the time when the last one backed up, and also the time when the one before backed up. I hear something funny, like the pipe's filling up. I hope it's okay. Looking good. But you never know. I mean, as soon as I say it's looking good, it's going to start pouring all over the floor. So let's let it run for a minute. I don't know, that's looking good, and it's been going for a while. Let's turn this water up a little faster. Let's turn the hot on. So we really get some water going in here. Let's see what's going on. It's really going good. That's like full bore restaurant sink. It's been going and going. I think we got it. I think we got it on that second thing. And like I was telling you, if it was grease, like all of that black grease, okay, if it's grease, a lot of times you'll go through it with the auger, but then you'll pull it out and the grease closes up. So you really got to go a couple of times and you really got to work it back and forth to pop through those grease things. I've seen those grease clogs, and it doesn't have to be black grease. Some grease is white, like Crisco, and it could be the full diameter of the pipe, and it could be like 8 to 10 inches thick. So an auger going through grease like that, when you pull it out, it closes right up. Grease just builds up and builds up and builds up. It's not just like one little 1-inch piece of grease. It's like a big, like a whole section of pipe of grease. All right, this drain is cleared. We cleared this drain up. Now what we're going to do is put this, let's see if we can do this in one hand. We're going to put this clean out cap back on. Okay, because any overflow now, and I will tighten that up with the channel lock for you guys right now. But not too tight, because in the future, this is going to be used for a clean out eventually. But we do want it snug so it doesn't leak. Okay, now we're going to come up here. Now any backup would show here as the sink's going up and not draining. And the same with here, because these two sinks underneath is connected together. Now the one thing we have to do is take this out and put that stuff thing back in, but that's no big deal. And we're looking good. This job is done. So we're going to clean up a little under here. And we're going to go write a bill for this guy and get out of here, because I still got another house to get to in San Croix that I'm way late for. So, thanks for watching my YouTube, friends. Dino Pinch in the Handyman Zone, 2014, snaking drains in restaurants on the day that they're closed, which is Monday. This is a complete commercial kitchen with all the modern amenities that you would find in a commercial kitchen, one of the busiest restaurants in this town for years and years. Always with top ratings, on the health department, always with the best reviews, and they have the best food. And they have this little window here. Look, they have this little window here. You can see outside. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay, but we want to keep this locked up because there is a chance someone could sneak in here at night and, like, eat all the lobster tails or something. Okay, there's the little window. There's commercial broilers. This is like the prep table here. There's the, in the middle of getting clean, this is like the 10-burner Garland. I think it's a Garland commercial stove, or actually 2 Garland commercial stoves. We have a Vulcan food warmer. 3 Pitco fryer-laters, which I installed myself. I removed the old ones and I installed the new ones. Thank you very much. Another prep station over here. Boston chocolate cream pie, cheesecake, and clams and stuff like that. They open tomorrow. They're not really open today. So this is just like, you know, everything's cleaned up for the weekend and stuff. And when the chefs, you know, the chefs like put their orders up here and they cook stuff and they put it up here in the warming, and then the waiter's got to pick everything up. Everybody's always yelling. There's a lot of action going on here. I mean, this is like a super duper commercial restaurant. And everything is, you know, they got like microphones to downstairs. They do cooking like that and stuff. And I don't know, I guess everything's kind of cleaned out here today. This is just prep stuff. Make sure everything's closed. This is just prep stuff that we're looking around, you guys, making sure that sink doesn't overflow. This is like the salad there. They always serve their salad on a cold plate. You know the rule at restaurants is hot food served hot on hot plates, cold food served cold on cold plates. So they'll keep the salad plates in the fridge, you know, because that's the way it is. But this is like the salad prep area, you know, butter, margarine, horseradish, stuff like that. God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Look at all this stuff up here. And what else didn't I show you? Food room. Oh, they got like all new computers and stuff. And let's check this kitchen. Alright, this looks good. Nothing leaking underneath. We're doing good. One of the ice machines, they got like 15 ice machines in this place. Okay, this is like the main dining room, newly redecorated. I don't know, I guess it sits about 80, and they got like a wonderful view out here. Okay, there's my truck down there, but they're not open today, but usually the parking lot's full because they got like valet and stuff. And this is the second dining room, which also has a very nice view. Nice window tables. Second dining room. Okay, probably sits about 60, but they also use this for private parties if they have to. Very nice dining room. And then they have one more room. Doesn't have so much of a view, but it has a fireplace. But I might need a flashlight for that because the lights aren't on. Okay. Okay, so this is the third dining room that they use for private parties, and they say that this room is indeed haunted. There's the fireplace. And it's haunted by like some spirit from like 1776, because this is historic Roslyn. This is the historic village, and this was part of the old house where the original owner like suicided. Here's the bar. Very nice bar. But this is not part of that suicide room. The suicide room is separate. All of this stuff was added on after that. That's the only part of the house that's original. One night when I'm in here working alone, I'm going to bring my other camera with the infrared, and we're going to see if we can spot anything. So here's the bar, and you got a nice view of Main Street going past there. And all the old historic buildings that are out there. 1836, that building was over there, 1836. That's the Village Historical Society house. I don't know if there's a date on that.